Welcome back to the Lewis University Television Network. My name is Logan Kalf. We are here today at Kalen Ice Sports in Romeoville covering Game 2 of the series between the visiting Roosevelt University Lakers and your Lewis University Flyers. The game yesterday, Game 1 of the series, was won by the Flyers, the final score of 6-5. That brings Lewis's record on the season to 4-13, and the Lakers' record on the season to 2-15, 1-9 on the road. Lewis Flyers goals came from Michael Ligas, had 3 goals, had the hat trick yesterday. Jake Wilninski added 2, and Jack Selman had 1 goal. Both teams got in a little bit of a penalty trouble yesterday. Fafinski exited early in the game after receiving a game misconduct early in the first period. And also Tim Darce, another notable penalty. The goaltender for the Lakers did have to serve his 10-minute misconduct by sitting in the box. So again, a couple interesting penalty circumstances. We'll see what happens today. Also yesterday, there was a little bit of an altercation after the game, and some more penalties were handed out. Jake Wilninski did get 2 disqualification penalties, so he will not be playing today for the Flyers, as well as Kyle Werniak for the Lakers did get a disqualification penalty as well, so he will not be playing today. Jack Selman, of course, starting that first altercation by launching the stick of the Lakers player over to the glass into the penalty box area again. So we'll see what kind of penalty trouble both teams get into today. Justin Caricato played really well for the Flyers yesterday, but Christian Rohrer will get his first start today as a Flyer again. We're excited to see what he has to bring for the table. He will be the futures of the goaltenders of Flyers hockey. So again, we'll see what happens here today as we prepare for the first period in just a couple minutes. Stay with us. And welcome back to Lewis University Television Network. Again, my name is Logan Cap. I am flying solo here tonight at Cal Ice Sports for Game 2 of the Roosevelt University Lakers taking on the Lewis University Flyers. As we get prepared to drop the puck, it looks like we're all just making sure everyone is ready to go. Again, I talked a little bit in the pregame. Christian Rohrer getting his first start for the Lewis University Flyers to my left. Number 88. Dylan Reynolds is to my right in net for the Lakers. As the Lakers bat that puck into the zone, that is Connor Weigel. Tried to poke it in the Lewis zone. Eventually the Lakers get it back and pull it into their own zone, where Fafinski tries to center the puck. And eventually Boffey will get it in his own zone. He's on the near side hash marks. Almost turns it over to the Flyers. Michael Ligas in there battling. Josh DePegos does send that puck down low below the Lakers goal line, and that is tried to get sent out by number 9, Elliot Fafinski of the Lakers, but that was blocked right into the stomach of Anthony Boffey. Eventually the Lakers do poke that puck out to neutral zone where Michael Ligas is, and he battles hard for it and sends it back into the Lakers zone and goes off for a line change. Jack Selman now for the Flyers behind Reynolds. Pushes that puck. Eventually, DePego gets it, tries a shot. Jack Selman right in front. He scores! Jack Selman. A beautiful setup there by Josh DePego. Right to Jack Selman, standing right on the top of the blue paint. Puts it past Dylan Reynolds to bring the Flyers up 1-0, 59 seconds into this game. Jack Selman having one goal yesterday. Adds another one here today to take the Flyers to an early lead. Probably look to use some of that momentum. The Lakers, though, coming back the other way. Here comes Crump with a shot, and that is turned aside by Christian Rohrer. As both teams battle for it behind the net. Eventually, Dylan Parshall will pick it and send it off the glass into the neutral zone, where Favia stops and tries to get it out, but that's sent down low by Ty Walshin. All the way around the net to the near side board. Parshall now, a fluttering shot is just wide of the net. Bishop sends it back down low, up to McDonald, who sends it down below the goal, where it's picked up by Crump on the Lakers. Crump sends it up to the hash marks to a waiting Ty Walshin, who sends it back up to the point to Parshall. Big shot is high of the net. DePego now on the far side. That's Bishop, not DePego. Battles for it in the far side corner. Eventually, the Lakers will get it out of the zone, but Parshall will send it right back in. Favia now on the far side skates it over the red line and will send it into the Flyers zone, where DePego is back to receive it behind the net. He sends it up to Logan Pickens. Here comes Jack Reedy. Got Logan Pickens with him. In 2-on-1 over to Pickens on the far side. Tries a shot. Big left pad save there by Dylan Reynolds. Flyers still have possession of the puck. Matt Gore tries a centering pass. Is hit hard by the Lakers player. Can't see who it is. That's Matt Favia. Puck will come back out of the neutral zone and is sent back in by DePego, as the Lakers have it behind their own net. Matt Favia waits for his team to get set up on the breakout. Rocco Garnello now turns it over to Ligas, who sends it back down low. Jack Selman, one goal today, tries a centering pass and kind of flubbed that one a little bit, so it will trickle into the far side corner. Crump now skates it through the neutral ice zone, back to Crump, and he has to dump it in because number 24, Andrew Warniak, was offsides. Flyers now on the near side boards. Tries to hit Ligas with a pass, and that was just out of his reach, so we'll go all the way back to Anthony Boffey. Boffey sends it up to Connor Weigel, and that was a little too hot for him to handle, as Christian Rohrer came out to play that and almost fell down on the play, but managed to save himself. Flyers now work the puck behind their own net. DePego kicks it over to Tyler Kramer on the far side, who sends it high off the glass. And Elliot Fafinski bats that puck down with a high stick, so we will have a face-off coming up here in the defensive zone for the Lakers. Flyers having a decent amount of offensive zone time in the first just about 4 minutes of this first period, trying to continue some of that momentum from their big win yesterday. As that face-off is won by the Lakers. Brett Kandra, though, forces a turnover up to McDonald on the hash marks, sends it back low to Brett Kandra, sends it out into the middle where Bishop can't keep it in, so he'll skate it back into his own defensive zone. Zach Bishop now looking for an option, sends it across to Dylan Parshall, who sends it up. Just out of the reach, though, of McDonald, and that will go all the way down for an icing call. 15:51 left to go in period number 1. Lewis Flyers are up by 1 goal. Zach Bishop having a conversation with the referee. And as we get prepared for this defensive zone face-off to the left of Rohrer, that face-off is won by the Lakers, who send it down low. Brett Kandra for the Flyers, back to receives it. Sends it high off the glass, just a little bit too high, though, into the protective netting. So we will try again here in the Flyers defensive zone. That face-off is won by Kandra down to Bishop, who sends it out of the zone. Anthony Boffey now for the Lakers sends it into his own bench. So we will have a defensive zone face-off coming up now for the Lakers. So a couple times that puck was sent into the bench yesterday. The coaches and the linesmen, I believe, in front of the Lakers bench having to do their best matrix impression to stay out of the way of that puck. As Kandra wins that face-off over to Dylan Reynolds, who sticks it aside. And the Lakers now on the near side. Connor Weigel sends it up to Andrew Werniak. Andrew Werniak in the zone, looking for an option. Tries to send it off the left post, and that puck is out of the net. Stays out of the net, as Andrew Werniak still has it, and that poked ahead by Brett Kandra. Christian Rohr thanking his post on that one, as the Andrew Werniak tried to pass. I believe it went off the skate of the defenseman and hit the right post. In any case, it did not enter the net, so we play on. Logan Pickens will send that puck out in the neutral zone, where Matt Favia is back to receive it. Rocco Garnello tries to go rink wide, but that's intercepted by DePego. Josh DePego now into the zone, tries to leave it off for Alex Bryjack, but nobody home on that one, so the Lakers will send it back into the Flyers zone. Matt Gore hit hard, almost into his own bench by number 23, Connor Weigel, as the Flyers take the puck back into their offensive zone. Logan Pickens battles for it behind the net with Xander Crump. Bryjack trying to shot his block, tries to get his own rebound, though. It's in no avail, as the Lakers send it behind their own net. Favia sends it up to the point where DePego keeps it in and sends it back to Favia, who sends it behind his own net. Alex Bryjack on the forecheck, trying to force a turnover in the offensive zone. Eventually the Lakers get around there and own that. Matt Favia sends it up to Anthony Tranchina. Here comes Tranchina into the Flyer zone. Tyler Kramer trying to lay the hip check down. Tranchina tried to center it, but that was blocked by Tyler Kramer, who's passed that puck over to Jack Selman on the far side. He skates it into the zone. Selman tries to hit Ligas in stride, but that was just a little too hot for him to handle. So the Lakers will get that puck back. Here comes Tranchina now again. At the end of a very long shift, looking a little tired there as he's pinned up against the boards by Michael Ligas, right in front of us here. As both teams continue to battle for it, Matt Sharp comes out with the puck. Here comes Sharp into the zone, trying to get something going. Gets a centering pass, but that was a little bit too late for Zach Bishop. Here comes Parson now, stick handling into the zone, loses possession of that. Brett Kandra now tries a shot. That's saved by Reynolds. Another shot by Matt Sharp goes into the net. Brett Kandra gets that centering pass over to Matt Sharp, and he puts it into the wide open net for a 2-goal lead. A couple high-quality opportunities for the Flyers on that rush. Ends in Matt Sharp having a wide open net. and bringing his team up by 2 goals. Again, Dylan Parshall had the puck on the point, tried to stick handle into the zone on the far side and kind of drew Dylan Reynolds over to the left side of the net. And Brett Kandra was able to feed Matt Sharp in front of the net for that to bring his team up by 2 goals. And the Lakers come back right away with another goal. That's Connor Weigel. Answers real quickly for his team. The Lakers using some of that momentum, trying to get a little bit of a comeback going. Again, they don't want to fall too far behind here. So they get a quick goal after the Flyers scored to bring it back to a 1-goal game with 12 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in period number 1. We're already back playing again. That faceoff is won by the Flyers. Here comes Kandra into the zone. Is stopped by Fafinski, who sends it up in the neutral zone. Here comes Andrew Warniak with speed in the Flyer zone. Is hip checked hard there by Tyler Kramer as that puck trickles into the near side corner. Another shot by Connor Weigel is held onto by Christian Rohrer with 12:31 left to go in period number 1. This is a 1-goal game. The scoreboard has not been updated in the rink, but the score is 2-1 in favor of the Flyers as the Lakers win that. A quick shot off the faceoff is saved by Rohrer. Another shot is poked away by McDonald. Here come the Flyers back the other way. Brett Kandra into the zone. Tries a shot, is well wide of the net though. Ty Walshin now sends it back down low. Werniak in the far side corner, battles hard for it. Eventually Kandra comes away with the puck. Brett Kandra tries to hit Ty Walshin on the faceoff dot. Eventually he does. Ty Walshin now spins around, but that pass was just out of the reach of Josh McDonald. As they continue to battle hard for it, a big shot is fanned on by number 18, Brett Kandra, as the Flyers having a very excellent, a couple opportunities here after giving up that goal. As Bishop has it on the far side, goes rink wide to Gore as he skates it through the neutral zone and gets it into the Lakers zone, where he overskates the puck ever so slightly, and the Lakers send it back into the Flyers' end. All the way to Christian Rohrer, and he will hold on for a defensive zone faceoff. 11:23 left to go in period number 1. Very back and forth game to start off early. Lots of action for both sides. We've already seen 3 goals, and we're not even 10 minutes into this hockey game. As we have a couple players there, Michael Ligas and Andrew Werniak tangled up after the faceoff. Eventually Kramer gets the puck on the far side corner, tries to go high off the glass with speed. It was a delayed icing situation, but it was on net, so Dylan Reynolds will play it behind his own net. Flyers now turn the puck over. Here's Matt Sharp, couldn't get a handle on it, so Trankina will bring it back the other way. Trankina leaves it off for Werniak. Werniak in the zone with speed. Big shot is saved by Rohrer as the Lakers still have the puck. Sharp now has the puck, can't get it out. Lakers keep it in. Here comes Werniak, is poked away by Michael Ligas down behind the net. He rings around the boards up to the Lakers defenseman, Matt Favia, just coming off completing a line change. Matt Favia then sends it in behind the net, where Kramer comes back to get it. Tyler Kramer now, a nice dangle move behind his own net, skates out of the zone with speed. Here comes Tyler Kramer into the Lakers zone. Kramer, big shot, is blocked by the defenseman. Kramer almost got another shot, but that puck makes its way over to Dylan Reynolds, who will cover up for a defensive zone faceoff with 10:09 left to go in period number 1. Matt Sharp having a very eventful game so far, already having 1 goal, playing excellently here today. As the Lakers bring that puck and send it into the Flyers zone, Dylan Parshall sends it behind his net over to Bishop on the far side corner. Bishop tries to get it out. Eventually Kandra gets it out, and back to the Lakers defenseman. Matt Favia trips up Bishop on the play, and we will see the first penalty of the game. Matt Favia had in the box, 2 minutes tripping is the call, I believe. We wait for the official signal from the referee. Hooking is the call. 2 minutes for hooking, and Matt Favia will put his team down for 2 minutes. Again, we talked a little bit in the pre-show about teams getting into penalty trouble. We'll see if that has any effect on the play here today, as we see the game's first power play just over 10 minutes into the game so far. Ty Walshin against Andrew Werniak as we're working to get that penalty on the boards. Eventually we do, and get that puck down low. Tyler Kramer now on the point, walks it to the middle, looking for some options, sends it to Bishop on the far side. Jack Bishop tries a shot, and that is saved by Reynolds. Another shot is blocked out in front. And Tim Darsh, sitting on the bench, just had a big glove save as he hands the puck back to the linesman. And again, that's the second time already that we've seen the puck go into the Lakers bench. We're not even 11 minutes into this game yet. Lakers win that faceoff, send it behind their own net, where Partial is there to receive it, sends it up to Bishop on the point. Kramer now on the near side, tries a shot blocker, save another shot, is into the net. Dylan Partial with the rebound off the Tyler Kramer shot, takes his team up by 2 goals. Dylan Partial in perfect position to hammer home that rebound and take the Flyers to their second 2-goal lead of this game. That goal did come on the power play as the Lakers bring the puck back into the Flyer zone. Andrew Werniak now tries a dangle move, is stopped in his tracks there by Josh DePego. Werniak eventually gets another shot, and that is wide of the net. Ligas now sends the puck below his own goal line over to DePego on the far side, who sends it, tries to hit Matt Sharp, and he pokes it ahead to Rocco Garnello of the Lakers as the Flyers send it back into the Lakers end, and he was just short of the red line when he did so, so we will see an icing call being made here as the Flyers prepare for a defensive zone faceoff. Again, once the Flyers ice the puck, the Lakers do have the option of what side they would like that faceoff on, so they choose their right side, the Lewis Flyers left wing side, and the Lakers are able to win that. Here is Fafinski on the point. Big shot is saved by Rohrer. As the Flyers, Ligas sends it all the way out, tries to hit Matt Sharp, just out of his reach though. As Matt Sharp on the forecheck tries to poke it away from Matt Favia. As Favia will get it out of the zone. Here comes Weigel now into the Flyer zone, tries a nice dangle move, and near below the goal line, tries a centering pass. Can't get a shot off though. Matt Sharp will send it back out. Flyers now to Pego. Sends it over to Sharp on the far side boards. Sharp's got nobody on the ice because everyone's making a line change as the Lakers try and have a fast break play back the other way. Dylan Partial sends it up to Weigel on the side. And the Flyers do manage to poke it out of the zone, so the Lakers will have to regroup. Lakers now, Andrew Werniak wheels around looking to get some speed into this Flyers zone, but the Flyers doing a good job to have some pressure in the neutral zone, not even allowing them to enter their defensive zone. Pego now again, the Flyers forcing a couple turnovers in that neutral zone in this period so far here today. We saw a lot of neutral zone play from both teams yesterday as the Flyers turned that puck over in the offensive zone. And again, Xander Crump gets that puck out. But like I was saying, we had a lot of play in the neutral zone happening for both teams yesterday. We'll see if that is relatively similar today or if it's a little more one-sided as the Flyers look to get this puck out of the zone. They manage to. Zach Bishop sends it all the way out. And we have a shot from center ice. Was directly on net, so hence the stoppage of play here. It looks like we will have a face-off coming up in the Lakers' defensive zone. Brett Kandra out there to take that face-off against Andrew Werniak. Kandra wins that face-off back to the Pego, tries to pass it in front. Ty Walsh, and now Dylan Reynolds going for a swim out of the goal crease. And puck pokes that puck out of the zone. As Tyler Kramer dangles around one at center ice, McDonald now tries to send Kandra ahead, and the Lakers bring it back the other way. Here comes Fiavia now. He's got the puck in the far side corner, tries a centering pass, and that is stopped in its tracks by Ty Walsh. And here comes Brett Kandra now the other way. Kandra hit hard there by number 14, Rocco Garnello, as the Lakers send that puck back. Try to send it out, but that's kept in by Tyler Kramer as both teams continue to battle for it in the near side corner. Eventually the Lakers get it out, but that is turned over to Tyler Kramer, who turns and waits for line changes to be completed on both sides of the ice. Here comes DePago now. He sends it over to Matt Sharp, who pass was just behind him, so he pulls it through his legs, but in doing so, he forced the Lakers defenseman to poke it away from him. Lakers now looking to set up on the breakout as they have a couple Flyers forechecking. Selman eventually gets the puck, sends it down low to Ligas, who tries to hit Matt Sharp in the center, and that was, I believe, just out of his reach, so the Lakers will bring it back the other way. Sharp now in neutral zone, turns it over. Here comes Crump, he sends it in the far side corner where Bishop is to receive it. Bishop now tries to hit Ligas, breaking out of the zone, but that was again out of his reach. Trickles all the way back into the Lakers end. They send it in. Here comes Trankina. He's got the puck, tries to center it to no avail though. Sharp now tries to send it out. His glove down by Anthony Boffey, who dangles around the defenseman. Big shot is blocked by Dylan Partial out in front of the net. We have some physicality picking up as we saw it yesterday. That physicality picking up towards the end of the first period. We saw that yesterday, see it here today. And the Flyers have iced the puck. And it looks like Michael Ligas did come off the ice. But again, in ACHA hockey, you cannot change on the icing. So Michael Ligas will have to come back onto the ice, as well as Jack Selman. For a defensive zone faceoff to the right of Christian Rohrer. Puck was dropped and sat there for a second. Eventually the Flyers try and get a handle of it and send it out to Matt Sharp, and that will be sent back in by the Lakers. Bishop tries to poke it ahead to Reedy. Makes its way all the way out to the point. A shot from the point is sticked aside by Christian Rohrer as they battle for it on the far side hash marks. Weigel now, shot on goal is saved by Rohrer. Alley-oop play again. We saw a couple of alley-oop plays yesterday, and we have a penalty coming up here to the Flyers. Interference call being made against the Flyers for a hit in front of the net. But we did see a couple of those alley-oop style plays yesterday. We actually talked a little bit about it on the broadcast, but not a lot of success happening there as the Lewis Flyers defensive team was all over that and did not want that to be batted into the net. So we will see the first power play coming up here to the Lakers as we try to get that penalty on the board. See if the Lakers are able to bring themselves back within 1 goal, as they are down by 2. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in period number 1. Big shot from the point, easily gloved by Christian Rohrer, and he will hold on for another defensive zone faceoff. Again, we're getting towards the end of the first period here, and we'll see if the Lakers are able to score a goal before the end of the period, or if the Flyers will be able to take that 2-goal lead into the dressing room. As Werniak has the puck on the far side, sends it down low to Trankina. Trankina goes rink wide over to Matt Favia. Big shot off the post of Elliot Fafinski as the Lakers retain possession. Werniak now works it hard up to the point to Trankina. Trankina comes back over to Fafinski on the near side boards, tries to center, is paddled aside by Rohrer, and that allows Dylan Partial to clear the puck all the way down. Flyers doing an excellent job penalty killing so far, as the Lakers look to set up on the power play. Big hit there by Jack Selman. Forces a turnover and allows Ty Walsham to send that puck all the way down to Dylan Reynolds on the other side. Taking some more time off that interference penalty to Josh DePego. Here comes Werniak now into the zone. Tries this angle move, and that shot is just wide of the net. Anthony Boffey on the point, sends it back down low to Tyler Kramer, who will send it all the way the length of the ice. Taking some more time off that penalty. There's 30 seconds remaining on the penalty to DePego. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in period number 1. Here comes Fafinski now with speed out of the zone into the neutral zone and over the Flyers line. Looking for some options, leaves it off for Trankina now. Far side corner, he skates it down behind the net, sets up behind Christian Rohrer, looking for some options, sends it over to Andrew Werniak, and that is poked ahead by Logan Pickens, and that will do it for the penalty to DePego. We are back 5-on-5. Anthony Boffey is pressured hard by Pickens as the Lakers complete a series of line changes. Here comes Garnello into the zone, is closed off by Bryjak. That puck is battled for hard on the near side boards. Eventually Pickens comes away with it and sends it out. We do have an icing on the play. Again, some tired Flyers players out there after that, killing that penalty, but they are still unable to change. So we'll see if the Lakers can get anything going with 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go. As we have a conversation happening between the referee and the Lewis bench. Again, this may be the 3rd or 4th time that the Lewis has iced the puck, and they've tried to change on the icing. So hence the argument happening right here between the referee and the coaching staff of the Flyers. As we get back underway here, that faceoff is won by the Lakers, and a big block there by Logan Pickens, and that allows the Flyers to get the puck out of the zone and finally get a line change. Here comes Trankina now into the far side corner. He's closed off and sent around by Zach Bishop, where it's stopped by Crump. Trankina now for the Lakers. Tries to center it to Crump, and that's blocked out in front of the net. Eventually Bishop will be able to skate that puck out of the zone. Here comes Bishop, sends that puck on net, and that is turned aside by Dylan Reynolds. Flyers now have to put that puck back to Dylan Partial in his own zone, who sends it back up to McDonald. McDonald now into the zone. Here comes Josh McDonald. Tries a shot, is off the left pad of Dylan Reynolds. And we play on. A minute 10 seconds left to go in period number 1. Brett Kandra gets put on his wallet there by number 14, Rocco Garnello, as the Flyers take the puck back in their own zone. Bishop sends it up to Kandra, who tries to hit McDonald, but that is stopped by Matt Favia. Favia skates it into the zone, but Anthony Tranchina just preceded him, so that was an offsides. 47.7 seconds left to go in period number 1. Flyers are leading 3-1. We talked a little bit about yesterday the Lakers having a short bench. The bench is even shorter today, as number 8, Kyle Warniak, did receive a DQ penalty, so he is suspended for the game today. They only have 4 players on the bench and a backup goalie, as the Flyers' Jack Selman sends that all the way down. Will it go far enough for icing? Yes, it will, in the opinion of the referees. So we will have a defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Flyers. Again, we'll see if the very short bench for the Lakers has any effect on the game here today. I know towards the end of the game yesterday, fatigue was starting to set in for both teams. As the Lakers win that faceoff, big shot is blockered aside there by Rohrer, keeping his team ahead by 2 goals. Flyers now send it out to Ligas on this in the neutral zone, who sends it back to Bishop. And that puck is sent back in off of Ligas' stick. Here comes Tranchina now in the zone. He's got the puck, tries to center. Big defensive play there by Tyler Kramer. 3 seconds left to go in the period. Tyler Kramer enters the zone. A big shot at the end of the period is easily handled there by Dylan Reynolds. And after a very eventful first period, the Flyers lead the Roosevelt Lakers by 2 goals. Goals for the Flyers coming from Matt Sharp, Dylan Parshall, and Jack Selman. Goal for the Roosevelt University Lakers coming from Connor Weigel. Again, a pretty back and forth period. Both teams having their fair share of opportunities. We will see in just a couple minutes what period 2 has to bring. Stay with us. And welcome back to Lewis University Television Network for period number 2 here for the Lewis Flyers hockey as they take on the visiting Roosevelt University Lakers. Again, if you're just tuning in, the Flyers are up by 2 goals. Big shot there is batted high in the air off the blocker of Christian Rohrer, and the Flyers get that puck out. But again, the Flyers are up by 2 goals after 1. Goals from the Flyers coming from Matt Sharp, Dylan Parshall, and Jack Selman. And the lone goal for the Lakers came from Connor Weigel as that puck gets deflected up into the protective netting behind the net. So we will see a face-off to our left coming up here. Flyers looking to continue some of their momentum that they had in period number 1. See if they can extend their lead here as we are just 12 seconds into period number 2. Big shot there by Ty Walsh and is handled by Dylan Reynolds, and he holds on. Quick shot there. I don't even know how that puck made its way over to Ty Walshin, but in any case, we will try again to the left of Dylan Reynolds. That faceoff is won by the Lakers. They send it back around their own net to Bishop on the point, who keeps the puck in. Eventually, Trankina comes out with it. He sends it over to Werniak, comes back right to him. Here comes Trankina into the zone. Lakers play catch with it a little bit. That puck gets deflected off Bishop's skate, and it goes behind the Flyers' net. Lakers now, Werniak on the point, tries a couple shoulder fakes. Big shot there is blocked out in front. The stick of Ty Walsh and went along with that shot as McDonald brings the puck back into the Lakers' end. He's stopped by a couple Lakers defensemen. As the Lakers go for the home run stretch pass, that is blocked by Dylan Parshall, so the Lakers have to skate the puck back around their own net. Bishop now has the puck. Looking for some options. He turns it over. Here comes the Lakers. Big shot there is wide of the net. And that puck will make its way all the way back out to the Lakers' blue line, and they send it in, where it's gloved down by Matt Gore. Here comes Gore into the zone. He's got Reedy with him. Gore tries a shot, and that is patted aside by Dylan Reynolds, who catches it with his glove and holds on for a defensive zone faceoff. 18 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in period number 2. Flyers still up 3-1. No real grade A scoring opportunities yet this period. Again, the Lakers looking to mount some sort of comeback here as that shot off the faceoff from Matt Sharp is easily gloved down by Dylan Reynolds. They've done that set faceoff play a couple times, the Flyers have, where the centerman ties them up and the far side winger comes in and gets the puck and looks for a quick shot off the faceoff, but the Flyers do lose that faceoff. But Ligas does get that puck over to Matt Sharp, who sends it down low. Ligas now sends it up to DePego on the point. Big shot is wide to the right of the net. Here's Kramer now on the point. Tries a shot, is patted down by Reynolds, as we have Jack Selman down in front of the net. Not sure if he was hit. Lakers coming back the other way into the Flyer zone. Lakers have a couple passes there, and that's patted aside by Christian Rohrer. Here comes Tyler Kramer now. He's got Brett Kandra with him. Kramer into the zone. Tries a shot, and that's blocked by the defenseman, Matt Favia, as DePego keeps that puck in and sends it into the far side corner, where Matt Favia sends it off the boards, tries to hit Elliot Fafinski. He does. That is poked away by Tyler Kramer. Kandra now brings it back into the Lakers' end. He is hit by the Lakers. Eventually, McDonald comes away with the puck. Here's Josh McDonald. Tries a shot that's blocked out in front. Both teams continue to battle for it below the goal line. Eventually, McDonald comes out with the puck. Josh McDonald tries a shot. That is wide of the net. Kandra now sends it behind the net over to McDonald. In front of the net, Ty Walsh in that. He fans on that shot. The Flyers have a couple of grade A scoring opportunities there. They had a really nice couple passing plays, Josh McDonald did. As the Lakers bat that puck ahead with a hand, but that was not completed by a Lakers player, so no hand pass on the play as the Flyers send it back into the Lakers' end. Here comes Favia. He tries to hit Tranquino, who is standing behind both the defensemen of the Flyers. He gets the puck in and tries a shot, but that is off the stick of Dylan Parshall up into the protective netting, so we will see a face-off coming up here in the Flyer zone. 16-12 left to go in period number 2. Action has been pretty one-sided so far here today in period number 2 in favor of the Flyers. The Lakers have an opportunity here off the face-off. Connor Weigel won that face-off back to Anthony Tranquino, who had a quick shot that is handled by Christian Rohrer. And he will again hold on for another defensive zone face-off. Flyers changing them up, see if they can win this defensive zone face-off. They do. Back to Bishop, who sends it up. Ligas now battles for it in the corner. A couple players from each team. Eventually the puck makes its way back out to Bishop on the point, who sends it down low. Zach Bishop managing to keep that puck in there. Selman sends it back to Ligas behind the net, who tries a centering pass, and Matt Sharp does get a stick on that as the number 23, Connor Weigel, didn't like the contact with Dylan Reynolds very much, so he headed over and told Jack Selman what he thought, but again, we saw probably some of those emotions boiling over from yesterday there as the referee fixes the net onto its moorings. Again, I'm not really sure what Connor Weigel was so upset about. I don't think Jack Selman made any contact with Dylan Reynolds. He just shot the puck, but apparently Weigel thought he did. As the Flyers win that faceoff, Matt Sharp now in the far side corner looking for some options, skates it behind the net. As he sends it up to the point to Bishop, who shot is sent out in front back to Michael Ligas, who hammers it into the wide open net. Michael Ligas taking his team up by 3 goals. Michael Ligas, of course, having an excellent outing yesterday, scoring the hat trick, 3 goals against the Lakers. Adds another one here today to take his team up by 3 goals with 15:31 left to go in period number 2. Again, the Flyers have controlled the play, dominated the play for the most part in period number 2. It looks like we have a conversation happening between the referees. It looks like we're ready to go, though, and the Flyers do now lead this game 4-1. Again, we're starting to see some of the emotions boil over. We saw that after the game yesterday. A couple players getting tossed. As the Flyers, Ty Walston tries a shot, and that is high of the net. Eventually, Warniak gets the puck. He works it over to Weigel, who's playing without his right glove right now. It has fallen off after the initial faceoff. He tries a shot. That's high of the net. Tranquino now gets the puck poked away from him. And it comes over to Kramer. Kramer sends it out. He does get the puck back and sends it into the Lakers' end, where Reynolds comes out to play it behind his own net. Here comes Warniak, but eventually, Tranquino will bring it back into the Flyer zone. Here comes Anthony Tranquino, cut in the middle. Big shot there is saved by Christian Rohrer. And Connor Weigel is standing there to put the rebound home. And we have some extracurriculars after that goal. But Connor Weigel has scored his team's second goal of the game. Connor Weigel having both goals so far. Again, we're having some extracurricular activities happening after that goal, but in any case, Connor Weigel bringing his team back to within 2 goals here with 14:33 left to go in period number 2. Tyler Kramer now has entered the penalty box right in front of us. One has to think that he received the slashing penalty because he did give, I believe, Weigel a little bit of a love tap there after the goal. So it looks like the Flyers will be on the penalty kill. Huge opportunity coming up here for the Lakers, if that is the case, to try and get themselves back within one goal. As it looks like we have 5 minutes of power play time on the board for the Lakers, as we have a huge discussion happening here between multiple players, multiple referees, and head coach Mark Marfis, as he is now getting the explanation from both referees. As all players on the ice are kind of standing around. Very eerily quiet here at Kalen Ice Sports today, as the Lewis Flyers hockey game is the only game that is going on at the ice rink today. So everyone in the building is watching this game as we continue to try and get it sorted out. Again, head coach Mark Marfis receiving the explanation from the referees, and it looks like we are ready to go here as Dylan Reynolds is back in his net to our left. He had skated out to the blue line to have a conversation with number 7, Matt Favia. As it looks like we are all prepared to go, and the Lewis Flyers will be shorthanded for 5 minutes. Looks like number 46, Tyler Kramer, received a 5-minute slashing penalty, major for slashing after that goal. Here comes Werniak now into the zone, Andrew Werniak, near side corner. Looks it over to Trankina. He tries a shot, and that is just wide of the net. That puck is kept in on the far side by Matt Favia. Sends it over to Werniak on the near side. Werniak now tries to set up. The Lakers set up in the umbrella-style power play down to Werniak in the corner. And that is stopped by Selman. But the Lakers turn the puck, force the turnover again. Here's Favia now. He sends it over to Fafinski on the far side. He sends it down low. Trankina up to Werniak, who gets a shot on goal. And Christian Rohrer was able to save that one. And as the net comes off of its moorings, Werniak gets a shot, I believe, after the net had come off. So we will have a stoppage in play here. The Lakers looking very strong early in this power play. Again, we will see if they are able to convert any of these opportunities into goals, as Trankina now has the puck, tries to cut to the middle, is poked away by DePego, as Dylan Parshall gets that puck sent all the way out, taking some more time off that 5-minute major penalty to Tyler Kramer. 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining on that, with 13:20 left to go in period number 2. Here comes Werniak into the zone with speed. Andrew Werniak gets the puck poked away from him by DePego, who tried to send it out, unable to do so. Fafinski now on the near side circle, sends it across ice. Another shot is just wide of the net as Werniak gets the puck back for the Lakers. He's looking for some options on the near side. Tries a shot, and that is saved by Rohrer. But Werniak retains possession of the puck. Dylan Parshall can't get it out. Trankina battles with him for it. Eventually the puck gets sent back down to Werniak and rung all the way around to Fafinski on the near side point. Here's Favia, tries a big slap shot, and that is blocked out in front of the net. Here comes Andrew Werniak now again. Back to Trankina on the far side hash mark. Anthony Trankina looking for some options here. Again, the Lakers having a couple opportunities on the power play. Eventually the Flyers force that puck back into the Lakers' end. Trankina now sends it rink wide over to Crump, who leaves it for Fafinski. The Flyers poke that all the way down as Ty Walshin pokes it into the Lakers' end and comes off for a line change after killing that penalty. Puck does get sent over to DePego, who sends it all the way in with a hard forechecking Michael Ligas, trying to take some more time off of their penalty kill. Eventually, Selman gets the puck on the hash mark's far side. Jack Selman gets pinned up against the boards by Fafinski, as there's a couple Lakers players there trying to move Selman out of the way, get that puck. Selman doing an excellent job there, battling for it. Eventually, the Lakers come away with the puck. Here's Elliot Fafinski now. Sends it rink wide. Over to Crump, who sends it up to Trankina. Trankina now into the Flyer zone. Tries to dangle, still has possession of the puck. Anthony Trankina looking for some options. Gets spun around by Jack Selman, but the Lakers retain possession. Lakers did manage to get that puck turned over to Matt Sharp, who sends it all the way down. As there's a minute 23 left to go on the penalty to Tyler Kramer. Here comes Andrew Werniak with speed in the zone. Excellent move there by Andrew Werniak. Walks around Matt Sharp and puts the puck past Christian Rohrer to take his team back to within one goal. Andrew Werniak had an excellent move there. And he has taken this game back to a one-goal game. Very dangerous situation now for the Flyers, as Tyler Kramer is unable to come out of the penalty box because of the major penalties. So the Lakers will still have a minute 15 of power play time after scoring that goal. Here comes Fafinski now into the zone. He sends it around the net to Trankina, who leaves it back up to the point to Werniak. Werniak walks the middle, tries a slap shot, and that's into the breadbasket of Christian Rohrer, and he will hold on for a defensive zone faceoff. Minute remaining on the 5-minute major penalty for slashing assessed to Tyler Kramer. 10 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in the second period. Flyers lead 4-3. Some signs of life being shown here by the Lakers on the power play as the Flyers win that defensive zone face-off and send the puck all the way down. Andrew Werniak having the power play goal for the Lakers. Brings the puck into the zone. Here's Anthony Trankina now. He sends it down low. Where Fafinski almost gets that puck and walks to the middle, but excellent defensive play there by the Flyers to not allow that to happen. Michael Ligas able to get that puck and send it all the way down and come off for a line change. Most part, the Flyers have done an excellent job killing this penalty, except for the goal. I think they have set up well on the penalty kill, not allowing too many high-quality scoring opportunities for the Lakers. As Ligas tries to hit Ty Walshin breaking out, and Tyler Kramer has come out of the penalty box and gets the puck. Kramer tries a shot, is well wide of the net, but it's picked up by Kandra on the far side. Brett Kandra tries a shot, and that's just wide of the net. DePego now tries another shot, deflected out in front by Ty Walshin, right into the chest of Dylan Reynolds. And Reynolds able to keep his team down by one and hold on for a defensive zone face-off. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey now with 9:16 left to go in period number 2. Again, Andrew Werniak able to score one on that power play to bring his team back within one goal with just under half the game remaining. Partial sends that puck back into the Lakers' end, where Anthony Boffey has it behind his own net. He sends it over to Crump on the far side, hash marks. He sends it up. It's gloved down by Ty Walshin. Walshin can't get anything going, though. McDonald forces the turnover and sends it down where it's paddled aside by Reynolds. Flyers turn another turnover. Can't get anything going with that one, so the Lakers will take it back into to the Flyers zone. And Weigel just preceded himself into the zone, so he was offsides on the play. 8:42 left to go in period number 2. Again, we'll see if the Flyers are able to rebound after giving up a power play goal. I think their power play, or their penalty killing, was very good during that 5-minute penalty, but they did give up one goal. That is stick down with a high stick, but the Tyler Kramer comes out with the puck. Here comes Kramer, tries a shot, is well high of the net. And that is poked ahead by Weigel. Weigel's got Trankina with him in 2-on-1. Connor Weigel tries a shot into the glove of Christian Rohrer, and he holds on to keep his team up by 1 goal. Excellent save there from Christian Rohrer on the 2-on-1 opportunity. He is doing everything that he can to give his team the best opportunity to win here as we enter the second half of period number 2 and the game. Flyers send that rink wide. It's picked up by Trankina, and he sends it into the Flyer zone. Crump sends it back down behind the net where Josh DePego is. Here comes DePego. He sends it up to Matt Sharp, who skates it through the neutral zone. Matt Sharp into the zone with speed, looking for some options. Tries to center, is blocked by Crump as a couple Flyers players are hammering away at Dylan Reynolds, looking to get the greasy goals as we see some more of that emotion happening here. It looks like someone's helmet has come off. That is Jack Selman. And we see some more of those emotions from yesterday boiling over. I'm honestly surprised that Jack Selman was able to stand there for so long poking away at Dylan Reynolds without attracting the attention of some more Lakers players, but it there may or may not have been any penalties given out there. Looks like Jack Selman will be getting a penalty here. Haven't seen a signal yet. Looks like the Flyers maybe shorthanded here. I'm not sure if number 24, Andrew Werniak, will be entering the penalty box. Looks like he will be. So coincidental penalties being given out here to both teams, as Andrew Werniak having some difficulties getting in the box. Again, the referee having discussion with Zach Bishop, Dylan Parshall, and a member of the Lakers team. Can't quite see who that is. Number 23, Connor Weigel, getting the lowdown from the referee. Lots of penalties yesterday in the game. Again, Flyers probably want to try to stay out of the box in the second half of this game, as they've already been scored on once while killing a penalty. So they want to do their best to stay out of the penalty boxes. I think now we're discussing where the ensuing face-off is going to be. Looks like we're pointing at the Lewis Flyers zone. As there's a lot of bodies on the ice that look very confused, as do I. But I think the officials are getting it all sorted out here today. As now head coach Mark Marfise is getting the lowdown from Dylan Parshall just in front of us. Now Zach Bishop has come over. I think the Flyers have really started to pick up the pace here after giving up that early period goal. Now Matt Gore has entered the penalty box. And it looks like the Flyers will be shorthanded now for 2 minutes. Again, not exactly sure what's happening, just relaying the information that I'm seeing live here today. It looks like the Flyers will be shorthanded for 2 minutes. Very dangerous situation for the Flyers. Again, after giving up that shorthanded goal, not shorthanded goal, power play goal. And look to kill off this penalty, maintain their 1-goal lead, take that lead into the locker room as we have a prepare for a face-off to the left of Christian Rohr. Again, they get the option of which side they would like that face-off on. The Lakers do a big shot from the point there is wide of the net. As the Lakers go right back to work here on the power play. Brett Kandra with speed is held by number 7, Matt Favia on the play, and that will negate the power play. The Flyers have a penalty power play coming up. I shouldn't say power play. I guess it's more of a even strength call coming up. But Brett Kandra using his speed to try and make his way around Matt Favia, and he uses the free arm to hold him back, so he has received a 2-minute holding penalty. And now we'll take this game to 4-on-4. We saw 4-on-4 a couple times yesterday, too. Again, this is ACHA hockey. Penalties are not uncommon. So both teams pretty familiar with going 4-on-4. As with 7 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in period number 2. In a minute and 37 seconds, the Flyers will have a 23-second power play. Getting the 4-on-4 signal from the referee. And that puck has been ruled to be dropped unfairly, so we will try again here to the left of Dylan Reynolds. The Lakers win that puck. It's sent up to Anthony Trankina, who's in. Dylan Parshall is back, though, and Christian Rohr is forced to make a save there, and he does and will hold on for a defensive zone faceoff. Again, well, the pace of the game is really starting to slow down. I know we've seen that a couple times with the home games that we have called here, but entering the second half, the game fatigue is really starting to come into effect. The Lakers have taken another penalty, it looks like, to our right. That is number 16, Anthony Trankina, came in and put, I believe, Tyler Kramer right on his wallet. As the Lakers now have 3 people in the penalty box. So it looks like we will go 4-on-3. Lots of open ice out there right now. We have 5 total players in the penalty box. Not the most that we've ever seen in the penalty box, though, here at Canlan Ice Sports. Again, we talked a little bit about it yesterday, but the previous series against UWO, there's a combined total of about 15 people in the penalty box. The Flyers look to set up on the power play, 4-on-3. Tyler Kramer plays catch, looks for some options, up to Dylan Parshall on the point. Parshall tries to send it down low, turns it over to Anthony Boffey, who sends it all the way down on the Flyers' end. Again, the Lakers probably want to do their best to stay out of the box for the rest of the game, too, having such a short bench. Lakers only having 3 additional players on the bench as that shot is blocked aside by Reynolds. Here's Bishop now, walks in the middle, tries a shot, big save by Reynolds. Another shot is saved by Reynolds. Third shot is blocked by Boffey out in front as that puck is retained by the Flyers. Dylan Parshall on the far side tries to center, is blocked by Anthony Boffey again. Flyers retain possession though, but unable to keep that puck in is Tyler Kramer, so they will have to vacate the offensive zone. Here comes Kramer into the zone. He rings it around the net for Ty Walshin on the near side corner. Walshin now sends it up to Parshall on the point. Parshall walks in. Big slap shot is blocked again. Comes back to Parshall. Here he goes. Big shot is stick down by Bishop played with a high stick. Nobody wants to touch it. And that puck has been played with a high stick by Zach Bishop. So we will have a defensive zone face-off coming up here for the Flyers. Flyers having a couple excellent opportunities now. The Flyers will go actually 5-on-3 for the next 16 seconds as that penalty that Jack Selman has expired. So we will see if the Flyers can get anything going with the 5-on-3 penalty. The Lakers win that face-off, and that is shot immediately into Christian Rohrer. As, again, the Lewis Flyers bench looks like they have some questions for the referee, and he answers them, and we will play on here. 5-on-3. Not sure if the clock even started at that first shot as the Lakers try to kill some time off this 5-on-3 power play for the Flyers. Dylan Partial now into the zone, just out of his reach. So Werniak will play it behind his own net. He does so again. But Kramer is there for the Flyers to pick it back up. Here's Tyler Kramer. On the far side has a couple Lakers players on him. Sends it down low to Partial in the corner. Lakers send it up to Bishop on the point. Bishop, big shot is saved by Dylan Reynolds. But rebound comes back to Bishop. He sends it down low to himself. Zach Bishop sends it over to Kandra in the near side corner. Looking for some options. Brett Kandra walks to the middle, tries a centering pass. Big shot, he scores! Zach Bishop. A beautiful setup there by Brett Kandra. Takes his team back up by 2 goals. We've seen a lot of goals here. We're not even through the second period yet. We've seen 8 goals. For the second time now, Lewis Flyers lead by 2 goals. After that power play tally by Zach Bishop. Excellent setup there by Brett Kandra. Again, Bishop had a wide open net to look at. As we resume play here with 4 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in period number 2. Lakers now send it to the middle. Big shot is blocked out in front by Tyler Kramer. Flyers send it back down behind their own net. It's picked up by the Lakers again. Here's Matt Favia on the far side. He sends it down low. Picked up by Fafinski. Fafinski tries to center out in front. Big shot by Crumpus. Hit something out in front. Never made it to the net. Here's Andrew Werniak on the point. He sends it over to Crump on the far side. Crump sends it back to Werniak on the near side. Andrew Werniak on the point sends it down low. Here's Fafinski. He tries to center, fans on it. DePego almost forces a turnover. A couple Flyers players on him. Fafinski tries to center again, and it goes off the skate of his own player. Eventually, Jack Selman comes out with it and sends it rink wide. Here comes Tyler Kramer into the zone. Big shot is patted aside there by Dylan Reynolds. Rebound received by Ligas. He tries another shot as we have a gathering of players in front of Dylan Reynolds. But Reynolds is able to keep that puck out of the net. Keep his team down only by 2 goals. Lots of action here in period number 2 at Camlin Ice Sports. Only 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to go. Flyers will look to take this 2-goal lead into the second intermission. Gore out there against Fafinski to take this draw. Fafinski wins it. Sends it to Werniak, who sends it behind the net to Favia. He sends it up. Partial is there to send it back into the Lakers' end. Logan Pickens now, the near side corner. He sends it behind the net where it's picked up by Jack Reedy. Reedy now is hit hard by Favia. Reedy retains possession of the puck, though. He's got 3 Lakers players on him looking for some help. Matt Gord comes in to help, though. Reedy now again, looking for some options. Falls down on the play. Here comes Favia now. Matt Favia brings the puck, skates it through his own defensive zone, sends it up to Connor Weigel. Weigel into the Flyer zone. Tries his stick-handled pass, Dylan Partial. He was having none of that, so the Flyers stick it behind their own net. Eventually, Werniak comes out with the puck. Werniak looking to skate towards the middle. Can't get a handle on it, though. So they will send it back down behind the Flyers' net. Weigel gets that puck centered. And one of the Lewis Flyers defensemen just cleared that puck up in the protected netting behind the bench. In front of the stands, I should say. The Flyers sent the puck out of the zone in their own defensive zone. So they are unable to change on that play. Again, the Flyers bench asking for an explanation on that call. Flyers win that faceoff, though. Jack Reedy turns it over. Down to Fafinski in the far side corner. Elliot Fafinski looking for some options. Gets hit hard by Jack Reedy. Sends it up to the point. Anthony Boppy tries a shot. That is just wide of the net. And the Flyers come out with it. Matt Gore sends it high off the glass into the neutral zone. And the Flyers have iced the puck, so they will be unable to change again. A couple Flyers players have been out for a very long time on this ice. See if the Lakers are able to take advantage of that. With 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in period number 2, Flyers up 5-3. Face up to the left of Christian Rohrer is won by the Lakers. They battle for it on the point, but nobody can really seem to get a handle on it as the puck goes back into the Flyers' end. Parshall tries to send it out unsuccessfully. It comes back to him. Dylan Parshall sends it off the boards into the corner, where it eventually gets over to Logan Pickens. He sends it out. Here comes Jack Reedy. Reedy sends it in, and finally, he's able to come off for a line change. As Fafinski now sends it up to Crump on the far side. A delayed penalty coming up for the Flyers. As Dylan Reynolds skating off the ice gives McDonald a little bit of a shove as we have a tripping penalty coming up to the Flyers. Matt Gore heading into the penalty box. Huge opportunity here for the Lakers to bring themselves back within 1 goal before the end of the second period. Minute 24 left to go in period number 2. Flyers looking to take this 2-goal lead again into the dressing room. Lakers win that puck. Again, very familiar with this power play. Set it up on the point. Here come the Lakers. Big shot, he scores. Blows it right by Christian Rohrer. That is number 14, Rocco Garnello. Scores 8 seconds into the penalty. And he takes his team back into a 1-goal deficit. Rocco Garnello had all the time in the world to take that shot. Blows it right by Christian Rohrer, and this is a 1-goal game with a minute 16 left to go in period number 2. 5-on-5 hockey for the time being. Tyler Kramer sends it rink wide to DePego. DePego sends it up. Here comes Selman into the zone, 3-on-2. Jack Selman loses the puck, and that Tranquina comes out with it. Here comes Anthony Tranquina back the other way into the Flyers zone. Cuts to the middle. Anthony Tranquina tries to get a shot. I don't know if it ever made it to the net, but it did not enter the net, so we play on. Tyler Kramer now skates it through the neutral zone. Coming back in 3-on-2 again. Here come the Flyers. Big defensive poke check there by Andrew Warniak. And here comes the Lakers back 2-on-1 the other way. Andrew tries a shot, and then a big glove save there by Christian Rohrer as he drops the puck like he's dropping the mic. And Christian Rohrer keeping his team up by 1 goal with 39.5 seconds left to go in period number 2. What a save by Christian Rohrer right there. That was Anthony Tranquina who had that shot on the 2-on-1. As the Lakers get a warning off that faceoff. They win the faceoff. Big save there again by Christian Rohrer, maybe off the shaft of his stick. 30 seconds left to go in period number 2. Here come the Flyers. Brett Kandra brings the puck through the neutral zone. Enter the Lakers zone, 3-on-2, but that is stopped by the Lakers. Here comes Tranquina again. He sends the puck into the Flyers zone, where Parshall will pick it up. 15 seconds remaining in period number 2. He sends it around the net to Ty Walshin. Walshin can't get anything going. So the Lakers will send it back in, forcing Christian Rohrer to make another save. 3 seconds left to go. And Dylan Partial will pin it up for the final 2 seconds in period number 2. Wow, a lot of action in period number 2 here. Lots of goals on both sides. All the Flyers goals, they do lead 5-4. Flyers goals coming from Sharp, Partial, Selman, Ligas, and Bishop so far here today. And Lakers goals coming from Garnello, Weigel had 2, and Andrew Werniak. Looks like there's some conversations happening on the far side there between Dylan Partial and a couple members of the Lakers team. Well, as the team goes off for rest, I'm also going to go off for rest because there was a lot of action there in period number 2. Join us for period number 3 in just a couple minutes. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome back to period number 3 here in LUTN for Lewis Flyers hockey as they look to close out another victory against the Roosevelt University Lakers as everyone is re-entering the ice surface and preparing for period number 3. A lot of very eventful second period on both ends of the ice. Lots of goals in this game as well, 9 total goals. Goals for the Flyers coming from Sharp, Partial, Selman, Legas, and Bishop. And goals for the Lakers coming from Rocco Garnello, Connor Weigel had 2, and Andrew Warniak. As the Lakers had a little bit of momentum towards the end of that second period, scoring that late period tally. See if they can use some of that momentum to tie this game up early in the third period. Lakers now send it out in the neutral ice area where Kramer pokes it back into the Lakers end. Tyler Kramer tries the centering pass to Selman, and that was just too hot for him to handle, so it trickles into the near side corner. Kramer goes cross ice to Legas, who fans on a shot. He does manage to get the puck sent down low back to Selman, who sends it to Kramer on the point. Kramer sends it to Legas. He walks it in, tries a shot, and that is just underneath the pad of Dylan Reynolds, and he comes and tries to find it underneath the pad, and the entire Lakers team didn't really like that play, so they came to let him know that they didn't like it. But I don't think any penalties will be assessed in this situation, so we will prepare for a defensive zone face-off in the Lakers' end. The Flyers want to try and use that intermission to their benefit. It's like having a free timeout, try and get the momentum to swing back in their way, in their favor. Score an early period goal to bring them back up by 2 goals. That puck is turned over to Partial on the point. Dylan Partial walks in, tries a shot, and that's blocked out in front. Trankina now sends it up to Fafinski, just out of his reach though, so Ty Walsham will send it back to Trankina, who can't quite get it past Ty Walsham. So he has to skate or wheel around. Fafinski will send it into the Flyers zone to Dylan Partial, who turns it over to Trankina. He tries to center it. But Brett Kandra was there, and he high sticks number 23, Connor Weigel. And it looks like the Flyers will be heading back to the penalty kill. Again, we talked about a little bit earlier, the Flyers need to try to stay out of the penalty box. Both teams really should try and stay out of the penalty box for the remainder of this game, but the Roosevelt Lakers have already scored 1 power play goal today on the 5-minute major for slashing. And I believe it was Tyler Kramer who had that penalty earlier. We'll see if the power play what they can do for the Lakers here. Another shot is turned aside by Christian Rohrer. That puck is trying to center it out in front, but sat right in front of Rohrer, and he was able to cover up for a defensive zone face-off. Again, the Lakers, no strangers to being on the power play. They have a very strong unit that has set up a couple times in this game so far. The Flyers have done an excellent job to limit their scoring opportunities, so we'll see what happens in the remaining 1 minute and 51 seconds of that penalty to Brett Kandra as the Lakers win that faceoff. Send it to the other point. Here's Andrew Warniak. Tries a slap pass over to Trankina. He deflects it just wide. Lakers retain possession. Send it over to Warniak on the far side. Andrew Warniak winds up. Big slap shot is patted aside by Rohrer. Rocco Garnello now on the near side point. Hesitates, walks towards the middle. He's trying to find something to do with it. Garnello stick handles, leaves it off for Andrew Warniak. He winds up, fakes the slap shot. Andrew Warniak, big slap shot is turned aside by Rohrer. Another shot by number 9, Elliot Fafinski, is turned aside by Rohrer again. He will hold on for a defensive zone faceoff. Fafinski couldn't quite get the elevation he wanted on that puck as Rohrer was laying spread eagle on the ice. Couldn't quite get up and couldn't quite get the elevation on that puck was Fafinski, but In any case, we play on. The Flyers clear that all the way down, taking some time off that penalty to Kandra. 1 minute remaining on the power play for the Lakers. Here comes Andrew Warniak into the Flyer zone, skates all the way across the ice and down low. He goes for a skate, leaves it off for Fafinski. He looks for an option, skates behind the Flyers net, sends it over the far side hash marks to Trankina. He walks it up to the point. Trankina sends it back over to the far side, Fafinski. He tries to send it back to Trankina. That's blocked by an excellent stick from Matt Sharp. Fafinski now looks to do something, gets deflected out in front. His shot does, and that puck is sent back into the neutral zone by the Flyers. 25 seconds remaining on the penalty to Kandra. Andrew Warniak couldn't quite skate through the entire team there, as this puck was batted with a high stick by Rocco Garnello. He will touch up as to not waste any more time with the 13 seconds remaining on their power play, so they will have a face-off in their defensive zone. And the Flyers doing an excellent job here, killing off this penalty, looking strong on the penalty kill. A very unfortunately timed penalty by Brett Kandra early in this third period. That faceoff is won by the Lakers. Favia now tries to get it out. He's pressured hard by Selman. Crump battles for it with Selman. Eventually, Fafinski comes away with the puck. Penalty to Kandra has expired. 5-on-5 hockey. Here we go. Lakers enter the zone. Anthony Boffey tries to get something going, but Fafinski's stick had broken on the play. So the Flyers able to get that one out. Jack Selman sends it into the Lakers end, where it's received by Ligas. He leaves it in front for Sharp, and tries a shot, and that is blocked out in front. Flyers looking strong after killing off that penalty. Try to get something going here, as Matt Favia sends it around his own net to Anthony Boffey on the far side. Here comes Boffey into the neutral zone, over the center red line, into the Flyer zone, looking for something to do. Tries a shot in and out of the glove of Rohrer. That is sent to DePego on the far side. He will just skate it out of his own zone. Josh DePego leaves it for Ligas, who sends it in. But DePego is on the forecheck. All of a sudden, the pace of the game just went into slow motion, seemingly, as both teams make a couple line changes, try to decide what they're doing. Here comes Connor Weigel. Can't get through the stick of Ty Walsh, and eventually he does and gets a shot off, and looks like it almost caught Christian Rohrer a little bit off guard, as it may have hit him in the neck protector, but he does handle that one and hold on to it for a defensive zone faceoff. With 15-13 left to go in period number 3, Flyers are up 5-4. Faceoff is won by the Flyers. Zach Bishop sends it all the way out. And the Flyers have iced the puck. See another defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Flyers. The Flyers look like they had a little bit of a boost after killing off that penalty. Had a couple quality scoring opportunities, but were unable to convert on any of those. So this game remains a one-goal game, as that puck is dropped and the faceoff is won by the Flyers. Dylan Parshall skates it out of his own zone into the neutral zone and into the Lakers zone. Dylan Parshall gets it poked away by Andrew Warniak, who has the puck. He sends it out. Picked up by Bishop. Bishop now into the Lakers zone, loses his handle on it. He still has it though. Zach Bishop on the far side corner looking for some options. Tries to center it to Kandra, but that is blocked by Connor Weigel. Flyers still have the puck. Josh McDonald tries a shot. Another shot goes right across the goal line, parallel with it by Brett Kandra. It's really hard to score from below the goal line though, so we play on. The Lakers now have the puck. Rocco Garnello skates it and dumps it into the Flyers zone, where he is on the forecheck. Battles with Dylan Parshall. Trankina on the far side corner. Tries to get a handle on it. Leaves it off for Crump, who tries to center off the frame of the goal up to Ligas. He sends it behind his own net. Michael Ligas. That will trickle all the way out to the neutral zone, and the Flyers come off for a line change. Garnello sends it behind his own net, almost into his own net there as they turn it over. Jack Selman, big left toe save there from Reynolds. Jack Selman throwing the body around a little bit, having an excellent weekend. 1 goal today, 1 goal yesterday, Jack Selman does. As Tyler Kramer sends the puck to the far side. And the Lakers pick it up. Anthony Boffey tries to go cross ice. He does get that pass off to Werniak. Excuse me, not Werniak. Trankina. Trankina having a discussion with the referee during play, but we play on. Flyers send it into the zone where Boffey is back to get it. And that puck trickles over to Dylan Reynolds, who will hold on for a defensive zone faceoff. I think the Flyers only had 4 skaters on the ice there for a period of time. Right at the end of that sequence of events. Anthony Trankina smiling with the referee, so obviously no hard feelings there after that no call. Obviously, Trankina felt that there should have been an interference call because he couldn't touch the puck because he was offsides. As the Lakers win that faceoff, send it high in the air and out into the neutral zone where Kramer picks it up. Kramer sends it in the near side. Very hot to handle, and that will be an icing play because Ty Walshin couldn't handle that pass. 12:55 left to go in period number 3. Flyers still up 5-4. Again, as we expected, the pace of the game really slowing down here for both teams in the third period. Again, Lakers only having 4 substitutions on their bench as Rohrer turns that one aside. Kramer now sends it up. Probably far enough for another icing, but it is on goal, so no icing on the play. Dylan Reynolds plays it into the corner. Ty Walshin on the forecheck gets the puck. Walshin looking for some options. Turns it over. Here comes Andrew Werniak back the other way. Andrew Werniak into the zone. Tries to cut to the middle, but is poked away by DePego, who tries to send it behind his own net over to Fafinski, was standing right there. So they force another turnover, but the puck eventually does trickle back out in the neutral ice area where it's picked up by the Lakers. Garnello now will just skate that puck into the Flyer zone. He's hit hard by Matt Sharp. Puck never actually did enter the Flyers zone, so the Lakers will have to regroup. Fafinski now into the Flyers zone, turn it over. Matt Sharp turns it over right in front of his own net. Here comes Fafinski, big shot, break right path save there from Christian Rohrer, bailing out his defenseman after he turned the puck over right in the slot. No problems there for Christian Rohrer, though, as he keeps that puck out of the net, keeps his team ahead by 1 goal. Face off to his right now after an excellent save. Won by the Lakers, but the Flyers force a turnover. Lakers now. Now it's over to Matt Sharp. He sends it to Selman. Selman, big shot, is blocked out in front by Garnello. And that puck is kept in by Partial. The Lakers send it around their own net. Matt Sharp on the forecheck for the Flyers. Looking for some help. Matt Sharp still battling hard for it in the far side corner. As there's 2 players from each team. Matt Sharp has Michael Ligas with him now, as nobody seems to know where the puck is. Eventually, Weigel comes out with the puck, and they send it all the way down. It's paddled aside by Rohrer. And Partial will send it up to Ligas. Here comes Ligas. He sends it up to Matt Sharp. Here comes Matt Sharp in the zone, 3-on-1. Matt Sharp tries a centering pass, and Fafinski dumps, or gets dumped there by Jack Selman as he was trying to back check and prevent any further scoring opportunities for the Flyers. The net eventually does come off its moorings, so we will have a defensive zone faceoff coming up in the Lakers' end of the ice. As It's kind of hard to get a reading on the emotions of the game. Everyone is really quick to jump and be angry real quick, but just as fast as that anger comes, it disappears again. As goalie Dylan Reynolds wasn't very happy that Jack Selman was right in his kitchen, but it seems that all is forgiven already. As, again, we're still having some line change difficulties here. Lots of line change issues for both sides today as the referees make sure all the right players are on the ice. That faceoff is won by the Lakers, who send it all the way out. Unable to be stick down by Tyler Kramer. And again, the Lakers are unable to change. This is turning into kind of a high danger chance for the Flyers, as the Lakers players have been on the ice for a very long time. Again, still can't change. We'll see if the Flyers can get anything going here. Kander's out to take that face off. Lakers win it again. Andrew Warniak tries to send it up. It's turned over. Pickens sends it out front to Brett Kandra, who fires it home. Brett Kandra has scored the goal to bring his team back up by 2 goals. Logan Pickens with the excellent feed there to Brett Kandra, who could shoot that far side just below the blocker of not Andrew Warniak, Dylan Reynolds. And again, the Flyers are back up by 2 goals. I believe this is the 3rd time in this game that the Flyers have been up by 2 goals, as they take it back in and have another shot by Matt Gore's turned aside by Reynolds. Pickens now in the near side corner, sends it to Kramer on the point. Kramer walks to the middle, he gives it back to Pickens on the hash marks. Pickens tries to go rink wide, but that's broken up by Tranchina. Look to see the Lakers' momentum increase here. They've scored relatively quickly after the Flyers have scored. We'll see what they can get going here as the Flyers send it back out. Matt Gore over the red line into the Lakers' end is tied up by Weigel. Selman, though, forces a turnover. Matt Gore on the far side sends it down low to Selman. Jack Selman behind the net, looking for some options. He skates to the far side corner. Leaves it off for Gore. Gore tries a centering pass, and that is blocked. Flyers do retain possession. Logan Pickens tries to send it down low, is stopped by the Lakers defenseman. That puck will trickle all the way out. And we have a penalty coming up. To the Flyers. Again, we're starting to see the emotions come out in all the players here, as I believe that may have been a retaliation penalty. But we will see who exactly that penalty was assessed to, as Dylan Parshall and Connor Weigel are awaiting the explanation from the referee. It's, again, we've said this multiple times on the broadcast so far, it's in everyone's best interest right now to stay out of the penalty box. Right? Roosevelt does not have a lot of people on their bench. The Flyers are only up by 2 goals, so they don't want to give the Lakers any opportunities at all. And by taking another penalty here, it's opening the door for the comeback for the Lakers. Again, we are just over halfway in period number 3. It looks like we have another 5-minute major penalty being assessed to the Flyers. Number 46 is on the board, Tyler Kramer, for that penalty. We'll see what. Nobody's in the penalty box, though. Now we have Josh McDonald entering the box. And I don't see Tyler Kramer anywhere. I did not see him leave, but Tyler Kramer may have been ejected from the game. As the Lakers try a shot, the door is shut by Christian Rohrer. Again, we're all trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. Tyler Kramer receiving that 5-minute major penalty earlier this game. That allowed the Lakers to get their first and only power play goal so far, but he may have been ejected from the game, and Josh McDonald is in to serve his 5-minute major penalty. We have another penalty coming up here to the Lakers. As Fafinski comes in and cross-checks Jack Selman, he will get off the ice. Elliot Fafinski exiting the game earlier yesterday after receiving a game misconduct in the first period. Again, a very strange energy coming from all the players on the ice here. As nobody seems to be upset with anybody. Everybody, there's lots of smiles happening on the ice. I'm not exactly sure what everybody's so happy about today. Maybe everybody's just having a good day. I don't know. Everyone just wants to be friends today here at Callan Ice Sports, and that's fine with me. We'll see what happens here as we go 4-on-4. No strangers to going 4-on-4 either of these teams. Matt Sharp now on the point, looking for an option. Shot is blocked out in front. Puck is picked up by Ligas. Michael Ligas, stick breaks on the play as that puck trickles into the near side corner. Unfortunate, but the Lakers bring the puck back the other way. Here comes Andrew Warniak into the zone, near side corner, centers it out to Trankina. Just out of his reach, though, and the Flyers will take it back the other way. Jack Selman into the neutral zone. Powers through ahead. Jack Selman into the zone. Gets dumped by number 7, Matt Favia. Back come the Lakers the other way. Here's a big shot by Weigel as he's hip-checked hard by Matt Sharp. Doesn't get a lot on that shot. Here comes Favia again into the zone. As Matt Sharp brings it back the other way. Matt Sharp has Brett Kandra with him in 2-on-1. Sharp tries to send it over to Kandra, but that pass was a little bit later than Kandra was expecting, so it trickles into the corner. As the Lakers send it into the neutral zone again. Ligas for the Flyers, looking for some options. Tries to hit Pickens coming off the bench, but that is stopped by Xander Crump. Michael Ligas sends it behind his own net, up to Bishop on the far side, and he wheels around his own net. Here comes Zach Bishop with speed through the neutral zone. In 3-on-2 are the Flyers. Zach Bishop, stick handles, takes it behind the net, looking for some options. Tries to dish it up to Partial on the point, but he doesn't get a lot on it, and the Lakers can get it out of the zone. Puck now back into the Flyers zone. Dylan Partial is pressured hard by Crump, as we have a couple Lakers players there battling for it as the Flyers send it all the way down. The penalty to the Lakers has expired to put them back on the power play for the next 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Again, 5-minute major penalty was assessed to number 46, Tyler Kramer. As Warniak's in the zone, he tries to walk and shoot. That is turned aside by Rohrer. And the Flyers clear that all the way down. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left to go on the penalty. Power play for the Lakers. 6 minutes, 37 seconds left in the game. Here comes Fafinski into the zone. Elliot Fafinski takes it into the corner, is pressured by Matt Sharp as that puck trickles out to the front of the net. Christian Rohrer trying to cover up, couldn't do so. And Elliot Fafinski has taken his team back to only being down by 1 goal. Very ugly play there by the Lewis defense as they basically gift wrap a goal for Elliot Fafinski to take his team back to a 1-goal deficit. The even more unfortunate part about that is that McDonald is still in the box serving the 5-minute major penalty to Tyler Kramer, so the Lakers will have another full 2-minute power play, no matter how many goals they score. So we will see what happens. 6:27 left to go in the game, as now I don't know what is happening here. We have a timeout being called by the Lakers. Can't really blame the Lakers here for calling this timeout. Actually want to rally the troops and look to get all tied up in this game. Again, they can score as many goals as they want on this major penalty that was assessed to Tyler Kramer being served by McDonald. And they will have that full 5-minute power play no matter what. So they at least want to try and score one more goal here, tie this game up. So they call the timeout, try and rest their top line, see what they can do. They can use all the rest they can get. Again, only starting the game today with 9 guys. Just to put that in perspective, most rosters here today in ACHA hockey have about 20 people on them. They have a couple lines, at least 3 or 4 lines of offense and at least 3 lines of defense, but Roosevelt using their timeout to their advantage to rest up some players, see if they can claw their way back into this game. Very back and forth game as we get underway again. Trankina sends it into the Flyers zone. Picked up by Weigel. Look to see some momentum swing in the favor of the Lakers. Werniak sends it behind the net to Trankina now. Back to Werniak on the far side. He sends it rink wide up to Garnello on the point. Garnello looking for some options. Has Ty Walshin right in his kitchen, so he will send it down low. Trankina now on the far side corner. Tries to set back up on the power play. Here's Werniak now on the point, sends it back to Trankina, who sends it right back to him. Here comes Werniak in, tries a shot, and that is just wide of the net. Ty Walshin can't get that puck out. Puck is picked up by Favi, who sends it over to Trankina. Trankina sends it back to Favi on the point, looking for some options. He sends it down low to Garnello. Garnello walks down low, tries a shot, and that turned aside by Rohrer. Another shot is saved by a diving Brett Kandra. And now we have a whistle on the play. The net looks like it has come off its moorings. So we will have a defensive zone face-off coming up for the Flyers. .58 seconds remaining on the power play for the Lakers. Lakers having all of the control here late. Puck up to the point to Fafinski. Big shot is blockered aside by Christian Rohrer, who sends it up into the protective netting, keeping his team ahead by 1 goal here with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in period number 3. Christian Rohrer bouncing right back after allowing that easy goal. Doing an excellent job here today in his first career start for Lewis Flyers hockey. That puck, a quick shot by the Lakers. Another shot is thwarted by a diving Dylan Parshall as Michael Ligas finally is able to skate that puck and send it into the Lakers' end. 40 seconds remaining on the penalty. One last rush opportunity for the Lakers on the power play. Here comes Werniak into the zone. He's down below the goal line. Tries to center, stick aside by Rohrer up to the point. Back to Werniak. He tries to go rink wide. Over to Fafinski on the far side hash marks. He sends it down low. Trankina now behind the net, looking for some options. Tries to center, nobody home. Up to Werniak on the point. Andrew Warniak walks to the middle, looking for some options. He shoots. Big blocker saved there by Christian Rohr. He deflects it up into the rafters. 4 seconds only remaining on the penalty to Tyler Kramer. 4 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the game. Again, the Lakers having all the control right now. Flyers hopefully may or may not get some momentum from killing off this penalty. As that puck is won forward by Fafinski, it's paddled aside by Rohr. That penalty to Kramer has expired. McDonald exits the box. Flyers still can't clear it. Trankina now on the far side. He sends it down low to Fafinski. Fafinski tries to send it to Trankina, but Ty Walshin picks up the puck. Here comes Walshin through the neutral zone. He's got Pickens with him. Ty Walshin tries a shot, and that is just wide of the net. As Pickens is able to get it and send it back down low, which picked up by Anthony Boffey of the Lakers as he turns around behind the net. 3 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in the game. Anthony Boffey sends it up, just too hot for Trankina to handle. As DePego tries to stick it out, here comes Warniak into the zone. Warniak retains possession as he sends it rink wide to Boffey on the near side point. He tries a shot, and that's blocked by Matt Sharp. And that puck deflects over to Pickens, and he sends it down low, where Reynolds comes out to play it. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the game. A lot happening here in the final 10 minutes of this game here as the Lakers try and claw their way back into the game. Here's Fafinski. He pushes it ahead to Crump, who turns it over. Partial is unable to clear it. Fafinski gets it back. They're down below the goal line. Here's Trankina. He sends it up to the point to Anthony Boffey. He sends it across to Andrew Warniak. Warniak, big shot is saved by Christian Rohr. Big hit there by Michael Ligas, forces a turnover, and the Flyers still trying to get that puck out. Eventually do. Here comes Ligas in 2-on-1. He's got Matt Gore with him. Feeds Gore. Matt Gore, big shot is saved by Dylan Reynolds. As the Flyers battle for it hard in the far side corner. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the game. That shot is fanned on partially by Dylan Partial. As the Lakers send it all the way out. No icing on the play, so we play on. Here comes Dylan Partial now. He sends it over. Zach Bishop skates it into the zone. Falling down defenseman. Big shot is right into the logo of Dylan Reynolds, and he holds on. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in period number 3. Flyers up 6-5, 11 total goals in this hockey game. Lots going on. If you missed anything from before, Flyers goals come from Sharp, Partial, Selman, Kandra, Ligas, and Bishop. Lakers goals from Fafinski, Garnello, 2 from Weigel and Warniak. As Trankina brings it back to the zone, Anthony Trankina looking for some help. Sends it back to Garnello on the point, and he will poke it down low. Here's Warniak. He tries to center. Nobody home on that, though. But Fafinski retains possession. He tries to dangle to the middle. To no avail. Here's Warniak on the far side point. Battles with Kandra. Flyers poke it ahead. Here's Fafinski now on the point. Tries a shot, patted aside by Christian Rohr. Minute 40 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes Trankina, empty net to our right-hand side. 6-on-4, they go cross-side. Big shot is blockered aside by Christian Rohr as the Flyers clear the zone. Sends it up to Pickens on the near side. They can't get it in the zone. Logan Pickens still has it. They battle for it in the neutral zone. Here comes Garnello back the other way. Minute 18 left to go. Big shot as he enters the zone, turned aside by Christian Rohr. And the Flyers can't clear it out. Fafinski sends it down low to Warniak. They pass it up to Weigel. Another shot. Big save again by Christian Rohr as they have another couple shots, and that's blocked out in front. Flyers take a slashing penalty. Very inopportune slashing penalty right here as Andrew Warniak has a stick slashed out of his hands on the Flyers' blue line. A very dangerous situation now for the Flyers as they take a very late penalty. That is Brett Kandra who just took that slashing penalty. We all will go 6-on-4. The net to my right-hand side is still empty. as we wait to have this penalty put up onto the board. All of the intensity is here in the final minutes of this game, looking as the Lakers look to try and tie it up. Will they be able to do so? We will find out right now. They win that faceoff. Here's Werniak. He sends it across to Garnello. Big shot is blocked out in front by Dylan Partial, and the Flyers send it out. Werniak has it in the neutral zone. The Lakers clearing the zone. They send it in. Anthony Trankina, he sends it around to a breaking Werniak. Dylan Partial battles for it. The puck is sent out to Weigel. Couple big hits, 34 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Weigel. He sends it up to Fafinski. Fafinski looking for some options. He passes it in front of the net over to Trankina, and he hammers it home. Very ill-timed penalty for the Flyers results in a goal for the Lakers, and they tie it up with 27.6 seconds left to go in this game. And this game just got a lot more interesting. Lakers have dominated the play for the second half of this third period. They finally are able to tie it up with 27 seconds left to go. We'll see if any more goals happen before the end of regulation time. The Flyers win that faceoff, send it in the Lakers zone, and number 14, Rocco Garnello, again sends it back into the Roosevelt bench. It's, I believe, the third time today that's happened, a couple times yesterday. Coaches doing their best to stay out of the way as we prepare for a face-off to the left of Dylan Reynolds. All tied up, 6 goals aside. That face-off is won forward by Bishop, but that goes right to Dylan Reynolds. He will hold on, and we will try again. 20.3 seconds left to go in period number 3. All tied up. 6 goals aside, as again, we're still having difficulties with line changes here. We get the correct players back on the ice, and we will see a face-off to the left of Reynolds. That is won by the Lakers. They send it around, try to go high off the glass, but that is just a little bit too high. And that goes up into the protective netting with 17 seconds left to go in this game. In regulation, I should say. Another face-off, same spot. What happens? Flyers win it. DePego tries a shot, that's blocked out in front. And the Flyers retain possession. Kandra tries to center it, unable to do so. 8 seconds left in the game. Both teams battle for it hard behind the Lakers net. Selman has it, tries to center it as time runs out, but unsuccessful. And now we will wait to see what happens as we prepare for overtime. As I said, a lot going on here in the latter half of this game, period number 3. Looks like we still have some conversations happening between a couple players and the goaltender of the Flyers. That is number 16, Anthony Trankina, discussing with Christian Rohrer and Matt Sharp. I think they're trying to decide if they're going to switch sides or not, switch ends. Again, lots of things happening as of late. Fatigue really starting to come into play here for both teams and the commentary team, myself included. As we're just trying to figure out, I think, what side who is going to play on, or maybe how long we're going to go for overtime. I'm not exactly sure what discussions are taking place right now, but the second half of that third period was dominated by the Lakers as they claw back from a 2-goal deficit to tie this game up with less than 2 minutes left to go in the game. as it looks like we're going to go 3-on-3. And we're still trying to decide if we're going to switch ends of the ice. It looks like we will, as Christian Rohrer and Dylan Reynolds acknowledge each other as they skate to their respective nets. 5 minutes on the clock for overtime here at Camden Ice Sports. Thank you so much again for joining us. This very intense, very entertaining hockey game so far here today. Again, the Flyers, if you were unable to tune in yesterday, edged out a victory over the Lakers in regulation time. Obviously, the game today requiring a little bit of extra time. So we will go 3-on-3. Selman, Bishop, and Partial out there for the Flyers. Werniak, Fafinski, and Garnello out there for the Lakers. Here comes Selman into the zone. Jack Selman waits for his teammates to catch up, tries to center the pass to Partial. He was not prepared for it. Bishop, slap pass over to Selman in the near side corner. Jack Selman battles with Werniak. He turns it over. Here comes Werniak and Fafinski. Back 2-on-1. Excellent back check from Dylan Partial, though. Puts the X-nay on that opportunity. Flyers have the puck again. Here comes Bishop. Again, pace of play really slowing down. I think fatigue really coming into play for both teams. As Partial comes off, as well as Jack Selman. Matt Sharp and Kandra over the boards for head coach Mark Marfise. Zach Bishop still out there. Pass it up to Sharp on the far side blue line. Matt Sharp into the zone. Look for some options. He tries to leave it for Kandra on the point, but that was poked away by Trankina. Matt Sharp sends it into the zone to Kandra. Kandra now. He tries to walk to the middle. That's poked aside by Garnello of the Lakers, as Kandra was unable to feed Bishop there, and the Flyers retain possession. Matt Sharp up to Kandra. He's got somebody with him. As he tries a shot that's blocked by Garnello out in front, the Flyers retain possession. Here's Matt Sharp. He tries to pass it up. Very tired Zach Bishop. Here comes the Flyers, back 2-on-0. The Lakers making a line change. In comes Kandra. He tries a shot, and that's blocked by Garnello out in front. As Bishop finally makes his way off the ice, the Pego hops over. Here comes the Lakers back into the zone. Fafinski now tries to dangle the middle, but that is shut down by Matt Sharp as he sends it out. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to go in overtime here at Camden Ice Sports. 6-6, all tied up. As Trankina now comes in one-on-one against Sharp. Here comes Anthony Trankina, tries a nice drag move, and that is stopped in his tracks by Matt Sharp. Stayed right with him. Here comes Sharp now. He has the puck. Skating it through the center ice zone in 2-on-2. He's got Ligas with him. Matt Sharp tries a shot on the ice, and that's paddled aside by Reynolds. Matt Favia picks it up for the Lakers. He stops. Got a hard forechecking Michael Ligas on him. Eventually the puck finds its way over to Fafinski. He battles through a battle with Dylan Partial there. He tries to center, and that's turned aside by Rohrer. Here comes Trankina, tries to pass it again, and that's blocked by Dylan Partial, so the Lakers will have to regroup in their own zone. Here comes Favia. He leaves it off for Werniak. Andrew Werniak wheels around, looking for it to enter the zone with some speed. Here he comes. Andrew Werniak enters his own far side. Partial's right on him. Andrew Werniak wheels all the way around the net. Again, trying to find some options. He's skating all the way around the zone. How many laps will he get in? Anthony Boffey now, big shot, is saved by Christian Rohrer. Back the other way comes Michael Ligas. He's in all alone on a breakaway. Michael Ligas tries a shot. Another save by Dylan Reynolds. Lots of action both ways here. Josh DePego has it for the Flyers. He tries to walk the middle, is stood up just in front of the net by Andrew Werniak, and Dylan Reynolds will hold on. Minute 21 left to go in overtime. We are still tied here at Camden Ice Sports. Wow, lots of action. Very entertaining overtime period for both teams having some offensive opportunities. Wow, here we go. Prepare for a face-off to the left of Dylan Reynolds. Won by the Flyers, sent over to Bishop on the near side. He walks it in, shoots. Big save by Dylan Reynolds. He tried to play it, but a quick whistle from the referee stops the play. We will have another defensive zone face-off coming up for the Lakers. This face-off will be to the right of Dylan Reynolds. That face-off is won by the Lakers. Here comes Anthony Boffey. He's got Trankina with him, 2-on-1. Zach Bishop is back, hard back checking. Matt Partial, and a big save by Christian Rohrer. Lots happening here, getting all these names confused. It doesn't even matter. Christian Rohrer, an excellent 2-on-1 save to keep this game tied in overtime. Face-off will be to the left of Christian Rohrer. We've got Kandra, Bishop, and Sharp out there for the Flyers. Fafinski, Trankina, and Garnello out there for the Lakers. The Lakers win that face-off. Trankina's got it. Below the Flyers' goal line. He skates it around the net, looking for some options. He's got Bishop right on him, forces that turnover. Zach Bishop gets it up to Kandra. Here comes Kandra through the neutral zone, gets it over to Sharp. Sharp into the zone. He tries to dangle through one, can't do so. And he falls down on the play, goes crashing into Dylan Reynolds. And that comes off its moorings, so we will have a face-off. 41.1 seconds left to go in the overtime period. Be interesting to see where this face-off, the ensuing face-off is. It should be outside the zone. It looks like that's where the linesman is heading. We have a timeout being called for the Lewis Flyers. Lots of action, both sides in this overtime period. Both goaltenders playing excellent. Christian Rohrer having a big 2-on-1 save to keep this game tied. Dylan Reynolds. Most of the play has been to our left in the Lakers zone. Dylan Reynolds standing tall, keeping his team in this game after the Lakers were able to tie it up late in the third period. Momentum in their favor. Dylan Reynolds standing tall. My opinion, number one star of the game for the Lakers has been Dylan Reynolds. He has played excellent here today, giving his team the best opportunity that he possibly can to win this game. As the Flyers that have thrown everything but the kitchen sink at him, he's kept most of those things out of the net. A couple pucks have entered, but there's no kitchen sinks in the net. So I think he's doing a pretty good job. As we prepare for a face-off, 41.1 seconds left to go in overtime. Kandra, Bishop, Partial out there for the Flyers. Flyers win that face-off back to Partial. He skates it, looking for some options, sends it over to Bishop. He sends it, tries to go rink wide to Kandra, but that's broken up by Fafinski. Fafinski now, 30 seconds left to go in overtime. He's looking to break out of the zone. Here comes Elliot Fafinski, skates through the neutral zone and into the Flyers zone. He walks it in, tries to dangle around one. Excellent move by Elliot Fafinski, and he scores right past Christian Rohrer. And he has won the game for his team in overtime. Elliot Fafinski with his second goal on the day has just undressed half the Lewis Flyers on the ice and put the puck in the back of the net to win the game in overtime. Excellent outing here for both teams today. The comeback of the century for the Lakers, down by 2, I believe 3 separate times in this game, tying it up with less than 2 minutes to go in regulation. Playing an outstanding defensive game in that overtime period. Able to somehow win that game in overtime. All it takes is one opportunity. Put that puck in the net, and that's what Elliot Fafinski did to win the game for his team. Final score, 7-6. The Lakers have won the game. It's quieted down a heck of a lot here at Camden Ice Sports. After that overtime goal by Fafinski. Again, I think both teams playing very well here today. Again, Flyers dominated the play for most of the game, but were unable to seal the deal when it came to overtime. And that will do it for our broadcast here today. Again, goals for the Flyers coming from Sharp, Partial, Selman, Kandra, Ligas, and Bishop. Goals for the Lakers coming from 2 from Pafinski, Garnello, Connor, 2 from Weigel, and Andrew Werniak. Again, the winning goal coming from Elliot Pafinski in overtime. Thank you so much for joining us here on LUTN. For Cameron Ashby, I'm Logan Kapp. I will catch you on the next one. Thank you.